Hello guys, welcome back to Sim UK, and SimAirport is just about to turn into day 17. Boom, day 17 is here. We start with 51k in the bank. That's pittance. That is like next to nothing. You could almost have no money and be richer than we are. I do want to start building this stuff out though. So what do we need here? We need 85,000 to build this baggage claim area. I want to connect this whole section down here, and then we can build the entrance. The entrance, I think, is so important to the flow, the ebb and the flow of everything else. So for me, this is a key bit of development down here. But I want to do it carefully and concisely in a way that doesn't break security. We've had it happen before. We know it's a nightmare. Let's not continue that situation. So we do need to get a third gate in, because we're kind of stuck to, I think we're making about 80,000 a day. And that's just not enough. I mean, 80,000 is about that size square of development. And that's just not enough to do anything. It just takes so long to get anywhere on this game with 2 gates. We desperately need a third gate, but we can't have a third gate until we have a way of passing people through security. I suppose what we could do, I wonder if it would allow us, I'm just thinking out loud now, this would basically be taking advantage of a bug. But if we built a tunnel section all the way up here, would that then allow us to turn gates in these areas into gates? And what I'm basically saying by that is that they'd pass through security, come round the top here, go through this out of security area, and then go back up here, having passed through security. Now, it's a gamble, but it might be one that gets us flowing in the right direction. So let's chuck down a bit of floor. That's 90 grand just to do that. Oh my goodness me. Alright, we'll start that process, because if we could get a third gate in, the amount of extra money we'd be pulling in is just phenomenal. So it's worth spending some cash in order to make a lot more cash, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, and even if it does work, we are quite literally taking advantage of a bug, because this shouldn't be allowed. This should not be permitted. But if we can do it, then yeah, it'll help things move along very, very quickly indeed. So it's 60 grand just to get that far. So I'm predicting 120,000 at least in order to get far enough up here to utilise the gate. Not to forget, of course, that we then need to build the gate. It's 57 grand. Hoping that doesn't break security, because they're going to take that fence down. Yes, it did. Oh, sugar. That was bad. That was really stupidly bad. And this is going to break all those airplanes now. They won't recover. Damn and blast. Oh, they did recover. Oh, thank goodness for that. But that was really stupid. I knew that was going to happen if I did it that way, and yet I still did it that way. What a total pillock. And they all missed their flight as a result. Now we've got this horrific tailback that I just created by doing that. Blast almighty. It's very sensitive, the security in this game. Easy to completely twist it out and balls it up, which is annoying. But you know what? I think this is going to work, guys. I actually think this is going to work. We're almost there, look. And it's not like this is wasted money either, because we were always going to build down here. It just means that we get all the benefits of having the gates without any of the expense of having to build, you know, the actual airport, which is very cheeky, very naughty. And I don't cheat in games. I hate people who cheat. So I'm being very, very out of order right now. And just this little section of wall here is what's protecting us from making the airport insecure once again. Now, there is obviously the concern that once I put a door here, is that going to create the security issue again? Maybe I need to build a security area just here, just to be sure, as a temporary solution. That will get us gate 3 open way quicker than it would have done otherwise. Way, way quicker. And then it wouldn't be cheating. It wouldn't then be taking advantage of a bug in the system. It would be fine. So we've got a little bit of cash. Let's get a gate desk. Leave a little bit of a gap there. Just a little bit of a gap so that people can get past. Now, I bought loads of staff members before. So there should be a staff member heading over here because we've got like 12 that aren't doing anything from a previous mistake that I made. But they're not assigned to a gate yet. That's the problem. Right. We haven't got enough to buy a gate, so I'm going to have to wait a minute whilst the aircraft come in and give us enough money for the gate. Once I've built the gate, it's all going to come down to when is the best time to put the door in. And obviously that's going to be at night when there's no aircraft about. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build the physical gate. We're going to hook everything up. We're going to wait until there's no aircraft, put the door in and see if that breaks security. If it does, we'll implement a security area down here. Then they can just come straight through ticketing, straight through security, and we'll have gate 3. Then we can have gate 4, gate 5, gate 6, gate 7. And all we have to do is expand out a little bit down here, and then we can grow it this way. And then finally, probably the last thing we're going to end up building, using this approach, is going to be the entrance. So I did not foresee that being the eventual solution to this problem, but you know, it's I think it is going to be the solution to our problem. This is going to very, very, very quickly open up the financial benefits of having multiple gates. We can already just slab a runway in, bit of extra taxiway down there, and we can run all of these gates with minimal extension to the current system. The only concern I've got is ticketing might need to be expanded quite considerably, and obviously we're going to have to buy security elements and so on and so forth, but we knew that anyway. 28,000, so we're just a little bit short at the moment. Ready when you are. Okay, that's it guys, we have gate 3. Now, like I say, I'm not going to open this gate until this evening when there's nobody about, because I do not want to insecure this airport again. I've done it twice, and it causes huge amounts of upheaval. I'm not even going to bind it to the desk because that might cause a problem. So that's where we stand. That's where we stand, guys. I think we will need to put a security area in, which is no big deal. We've got plenty of space to do it, and like I say, the financial benefits are going to far outweigh the potential annoyances of having nothing to work with down here. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. You know, if we're pulling in, say, £1 million a day, we can build out this whole section so quickly then that it will have been worth all the hassle of doing it this way in the first place, I think. But we'll see. It's not quite midnight yet. Just a mere 12 hours to go. All of which will bring in extra profit, which will allow us to spend money on security if we so need to. I mean, I don't think we're doing bad. We're making a good 70,000 just on the 2 gates, which is good. Where are these important runway additional items? Where are they kept? Like, where's the radar and things like that? I'm sure there were radars and things before. Light rail transit. Okay, so that's one for the future. It's free. Oh, because we got to research it first. Okay. Retail. Oh, here's all the retail stuff. That's cool. Decor. Seating. Comfort. Yeah, interesting. I could have sworn radar was an option on... What's this mean then? Oh, that's come down a lot. There's a lot less people travelling. That's interesting. I bet that's since I put the prices up. That is interesting. Okay, that's the last flight of today. Let's slow that down and let's start doing this. Assign to both gates, please. Has that broken security? Nope, just requires a door. Let's put the door in, please, chaps. Chaps, door in, please. Yeah, that's broken. That has broken the security of the building. That's fine. We kind of expected that. So let's very quickly turn this area into security. And we're going to need ID desks. I think it makes sense that we do. Wow. You have information popper. Okay, bag checker scanner type thing. So interestingly, it works that way round, but not the other way round. Now there needs to be one square around this, if you remember. Otherwise we have problems. So I'm going to just pop it there. I might even do that actually. And that. Not sure if it applies that way or not. Maybe we'll try putting it in. We'll see if that works. We'll see if that works. We'll know, I think, pretty quickly if that's a yay or a nay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Get it done, please, guys. Get it done. Now, that has not fixed the problem. Why has that not fixed the problem? This is a secure area. This is security. They have to pass through that to get to you. Ticketing is here. Put another 2 in. Staff should already be available, I think. Right. I think we're going to have to save and come back in because I think this is a bug. Because that should be secure as far as I'm concerned. So I don't see... Yeah, I don't see what the issue would be there. So we're going to restart. There we go. Fixed. Definitely that's a bug. Quite a big bug, in all honesty. But there you go. Now, I'm going to rock the boat a tad here by just expanding this area out here. Which might be a terrible, terrible idea. Because we may have that security issue thing again. And I might have to save it again. It's definitely a gamble, isn't it? Wow. We didn't seem to lose security at all there. Perfecto. Perfecto. Okay, I've just realised that these guys ought to be here. But, okay, we'll not worry about that too much. We've got a third gate in. Now, what I haven't done is get any extra planes in. Oh, it's too late. I missed it for today. Which is a bit of a bum. But never mind. Never mind. So we'll just shift this up. Gate. Agent desk. Like so. And dismantle this one. Assign to all of them. That seems to be the most sensible and effective way. Assign to all of them. And I've just realised that this is no longer assigned to either of these. Perfect. Gate 3 is now open for business. I'm very excited because that seemed to be a long way off. And now it's here. So let's get the schedule open. Bring the schedule down to this corner. And let's see how best we can resolve this situation. And there's no toilets here, there's no good stuff here, so maybe this should be a standby gate. And this is incidentally how you do standby. Change the edit mode to standby gate and then make gate A3 the standby gate. So this is now a standby gate. Hope that's clear. So what we can do for tomorrow is, let's go back to flights. So we can really see they're touching, and I think that's saying that's a bad idea. Yeah, now the problem is we're going to have a takeoff and a landing at the same time. I don't think there's going to be enough space to get any more flights in on here. That's a bit of a bugger. Yeah, it's not going to work like that. I think we're just going to have to get extra flights in and sort of position them around everything else. That's the only way to do it. So let's do that. Let's get... Who haven't we got any flights with? Rexicana. What do you fly? Boeing 767s. So we'll have one in the morning. Ah, we don't have a big enough gate. Okay then. Did we get any then though? I think... Yeah, we got one. Okay. So that's staggered quite nicely. We can do another one, maybe 2 in the morning. We'll do 1 for now. Let's just slow that down so we don't overrun the day. What do you have for me in the morning? 707, 180 passengers. Yeah, I think maybe we can squeeze one more in there. If we bring that forward and that forward by 1 as well. That's staggered rather nicely. We can definitely get another morning flight in. This is really going to push our... Oh no, that's too big. Nope, no good to us. Can we move these around? Oh, that's better. Goodness me. Who have we got? Pacific Airlines. We don't have anything with you. You're all Beechcraft. That's no good to us. Morning flights. Morning flights. What have you got in the morning? 7:37. Perfect. So that's 3 extra flights coming in tomorrow. And if you think we're sort of talking around 10,000 in terms of income for each of those, I think we could do better with that actually. I think that's the best way to stagger them in order to keep the runway open at all times. We can always set up gate number 4 just in case, although I don't think gates are going to be the problem. I think runways are going to be the problem first. Let's see if we can squeeze a couple of afternoon flights in. I like the way that I'm doing this, to be fair. So maybe we'll just continue that style of stagger, and then I think we can get 2 more afternoon flights in. So let's check that out. We're almost out of time. Atlantic. A320. Excuse me. A320 is too big. 707. Yeah, we can do a 707. Close those down. Now we're going to put you there, and you there. So this kind of stagger approach looks really tidy and neat. I don't see any reason why there should be issues surrounding this. And definitely we can get 1 more flight in there, maybe even 2 at night. It'd be good if we could. What have we got for night time? 767. Too big. Embraers are too small. What do you have? Embraer. Union Air. What do you have? Beechcrafts. Starflights. You're all Embraer. Juno Connect. Bombardier Dash 8. No. Sorry. We want a few more passengers coming in. Even though we probably can't cope with them. But there you go. WestJet. No. SparkJet. You've got to do something for us, surely. 737. I think that's it. That is a very, 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 very busy, very jam-packed airport as of tomorrow. That is going to be either absolutely amazing and we're going to be so rich we won't know what to do with all the money. Speaking of which, we've got 198,000 from today's income alone. So yeah, it's either going to be swimming, and we're talking 250,000 to 500,000 per day, or it's all going to fall apart and we're going to be firefighting all day. So join me in the next episode and find out which of those 2 scenarios it's going to be. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Till next time. Goodbye.